One thing that I always look for is that, is it a growing community? Does it have a decent community? What is its YouTubers like? Right, this is all part of the community tab when I'm looking at a token. Right, what is their social media reach? How are they getting more people? Are the people in the project very passionate? The people in Hex are some of the most passionate people I know. There are so many shows like let me tell you this. In terms of percent, like I'm trying like a body to weight ratio, right, or power to strength ratio, right? The single strongest community in all of crypto is Hex, and I don't even stutter anything when I say that. There's no other community in the entire crypto space that has more dedicated YouTubers, streamers, Twitter people than the Hex community, the Hex token itself. So like think about it. There's not that many channels like on YouTube, right? If you go look, there's really not that many YouTubers anymore that are solely Bitcoin maximalists anymore. There's not so many YouTubers anymore that are solely just Ethereum maximalists. Now you do get a couple channels that are like they focus on only Ethereum projects, but even that's still not that gigantic, right? You mostly have altcoin channels where they're just jumping from this to that. In terms of just maximum amount of dedicated people streaming about their coin and their product, it's the absolute pinnacle, apex, the tip of the pyramid. There's no other token, no other ecosystem in all of crypto with that many dedicated people. Fucking period. There ain't any other ecosystem. And that is very powerful. This is how it's been able to get so many people, even though it's had the entire cards and stacked against it and stuff like that, right? Because we've and like I was one of the first 4 YouTubers for Hex, right? It was me, RG3, Hexologist, Crypto Coffee. We're the 4 original YouTubers for Hex, and then we push this whole sort of thing out in order to kind of push out not this ethos, but like basically off of us YouTubing, creating this community and stuff like that, and allowing people like to come on the show. It's like, hey, bro, come on the show, man. Start YouTubing. We pushed out this really healthy sort of thing, which a lot of like this is one of the problems in the crypto community is that most crypto people are fucking like introverted fucking turbo dorks, and we're extroverted turbo dorks. So because of this, because of the founding DNA of the first 4 Hex YouTubers, as well as Richard Hart, it has kind of pushed out this very unique sort of like flavor to the community. Every community has a very different flavor. And that flavor is like, so you get something like Charles Hopkinson. So typically, right? So like I said, right? The L7, the loser, right? L7 loses the box, right? The most important thing is a community. But one of the biggest X factors is who's the team, who's the founder. And I think the single biggest sort of like X factor, where it was just like the multiplier, right? So the baseline is like how much community members you have, what type of community is the outreach there, right? Then the thing that could just light the whole thing on fire is who's the founder. And typically, right, because the things that buy cryptocurrencies are people. People are very tribalistic, and they typically want a leader. And depending on who the leader of the token is, you get sort of a copy of their personality, right? You have a very flamboyant, very smart, very sort of like set point sort of guy as the leader of Hex and stuff like that, and very, very confident. So you end up getting a lot of that, a lot of his personality copied onto the YouTubers, as well as the starting ethos of the original YouTuber, the 4 YouTubers, and then from there on many more. You ended up getting a very unique community that I don't see very often in any other RC20 token space, L1s or anything. It's very unique. Now, because of this, right? It's made the community very strong. There's a lot of maximalists in there, and they're and I'll go into more of like what's going on, kind of like in terms of like the bird eye view, in terms of what's going on with Hex, in terms of within its own self, but as an explanation of what's kind of going on in the Hex ecosystem, everything like that. Because of those kind of 2 points, right? You have a very, very, very flamboyantly smart founder who's actually openly challenging a lot of people and is very entertaining to watch. because of that, he's a gravitational force that brings in more people. Then the community on top of itself is another community that's self-maintaining and also does outreach to get more people in, and then that's more powerful. So you basically have the two sort of things where it's a community that's actively trying to get more people. A lot of other cryptocurrencies kind of rest on the laurels, and then this is kind of what fucks them up after multi-cycles, after one or two cycles, is that the community isn't really trying anymore, and then you can sort of get stagnation, and you can get death in the ecosystem. Now, and hit that like button, man. Now, because of the founder of HEX, right, has always been like kind of a very outlandish, has been a really outspoken sort of guy, and has really been through his streams have really taught a lot of people things about the crypto space and kind of truths and uncomfortable truths in the crypto space. Now the community, because he sharpened the community so much as a sword and stuff, the community also can cut back, and is sort of complaining and hitting him with his own sort of tactics, which is kind of funny. So it's a sort of like, there's this classic thing that we've said back on the Discord Syndicate days of HEX, is that you don't get the community you want, you get the community you deserve, right? And I think that's a really beautiful sentiment, and I think it does kind of capture what it is, right? Like, so he's attracted to a certain type of person. This person's very is bringing more and more people, but at the same time, these people are also making sure to put him on not just a pedestal, but also putting him on a sort of a, hey, motherfucker, like, this is what it is, and it's really powerful. Now, HEX, now, that's the first two. Then from their use case, right, which is basically this is kind of one thing that's always been taught in HEX, and it's a very uncomfortable truth for a lot of people in the crypto space, because the crypto space is the technology space, right? And this is the uncomfortable truth, is that there's a classic meme in the crypto space, which is, I'm in it for the tech. Which what the joke is basically not like oh, like, you have a lot of tech bros and you have a lot of people in the cryptocurrency space saying, no, this is going to change the world, man. Oh my God, my cryptocurrency is going to like change. It's going to give money to people in Africa, and like people stop being poor, and like and it's like, but my tech's going to be able to transact at lightning speeds and stuff like that. Where most people in the cryptocurrency space, I would say 99.99999999999 German 9. Kanye 9 are trying to get fucking rich or money, right? And this is something that's the uncomfortable truth that like Richard Hart and the whole HEX community has not shayed away from, is like, yo, bro, we're trying to get paid, son. We're trying to make some money. We want our token to go up and to the right. Hella X's, baby. Sure, 10,000X. Right? And this makes a lot of other crypto communities uncomfortable, because there's a very small minority in these other crypto communities that know that as well, but are actively trying to trick a ton of other people so they fucking can rug them of money. Or these people are trying to do this holier than thou thing. No. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to provide a cryptocurrency and a technology that'll help empower the world. Yeah? Or your fucking pockets? Which one is it? Huh? I just like a little honesty. It's okay. We're all trying to get rich here. Yeah. Are we trying to like make the world a better place? Yeah. But we're trying to get rich too, right? Yeah. Can we just say that we're just all trying to get rich? Yes. Will us getting rich make the world better? Yeah, because I'm cool. And if I'm cool and I'm rich, then that means I'm going to make the world a cooler and richer place. Yeah.